Occasions are one way to honor the immense in person or the guest, or the guest. We welcome you to stay with us here at the Armenton. We celebrate and honor you. We know that you'll be happy here. Find a lot of things that you didn't think were true. Been here since the end of June. Gonna be heavy soon. No, we won't go there. I want to make something out of ruins. Talents and potential need to be taken advantage of. Singing songs, all that you can imagine. There's something that keeps me going. There's something that keeps me interested in him. There's something about him that keeps me interested. Is it a singing voice? Is it the talking voice? Is it the face or the hair? I don't know what it is, but you're not leaving anytime soon. Oh, no one's here today. I think I'm going to go right back and grab what will be a little chilly. believe that the Edmonton will be arriving very, very shortly. Okay, I need to grab them at the door. I know that they're waiting. Oh, good morning, Edmonton. Please come in. Please come in. I hope that you had a wonderful night's sleep. Okay, Edmonton. Now, we're going to be heading down here again. This is where we're going to be meeting. Because the living room is a little bit busy and it's not private enough for this Edmonton. Okay? So what I want you to do is I want you to mind things as usual. As you know, there's a lot of stuff down in the way. There are spaces you know. Don't touch anything you do, then put it back where it is. And definitely make yourself as comfortable as you can. Okay? I have some plans for when we get back with you Edmonton. And I'm going to tell you about those plans. Okay? So I want you all to head down to the basement. Okay? I'm just going to kind of see, Zach, and then I'll grab him and we'll go down and meet you. Okay, so I have all of you right downstairs. All of you downstairs and wait for me to meet you. Did you have a good night's sleep last night? It's fine, I just struggled to get to sleep last night, yeah. Kind of a new setting, I'm not really used to it. Mind your head. I know there's a lot of stuff in here, there's a lot of narrow pipes. There's a lot of things that hang from the ceiling. It's not the easiest space. Oh, are you gonna go around that way? Okay. Okay. Oh, really? Oh, really? Oh, wonderful. Amazing. All right. Everybody, I just heard, as Zach Callison just said, you all got done with your Cancerian projects, Cancer projects. I have not looked at them yet. He said that the last bit had been turned in last night on July 23rd. And I really, really hope that you put, the time and the energy and the care and the effort into doing those. And I really, really want to, see what you did for your personal family stories and how, creative and colorful you were, because this is supposed to have personal meaning, this project. And I really, really hope that all of you did one activity for each of the different themes: home, family, the mother, soup, like home cooking, nostalgia, all of those things, okay? So I can't wait to grade those, take a look at those later when I get the time. Now we're officially done with all things concerning cancer season. When we get back you're all going to be meeting me in the mentioned room as I'm going to be going over my plans on the whiteboard for Leo's season. Okay, which you're going to be taking a big part in because you have the moon in Leo and I have the moon in Libra. So you're going to be definitely taking a big role in, kind of taking charge in a couple of things. Definitely. And also in the, the Leo Clubus and, the songs and, all the plans that I have concerning that I'll let you, definitely take the reins, mostly. Since, you have, Leo in your chart night, and I don't, so I'm going to allow you to do that, and you're my honorary mentioned person. And because such, one of the things that I had planned for this whole mention was that we're going to be going to the house of Zach Callison, your house. We're all going to be heading there. And it's going to be open wide. It is going to be probably cloned if it's a small, because you said it was a very small house. Yeah. Then I'll have to do something about that. If you lived in a really huge mansion, then, we had no problem. But we'll definitely clone it. So I think that should be a really, really fun, exciting experience that you can look forward to. Of course, Zach, and, probably doesn't surprise you as maybe it would at the very, very first, because all of you have had a lot of conversation, a lot of quality time with Zach, particularly as this morning when you made clones. But we're going to be having even more time with him getting to see, his house and everything. Okay, and also, I want to put on a concert on celebrating and, kind of making like a collection of different hit songs that he did, wonderful hit songs, which will include Christy Only Knows, Phantom Love, Familiar, and a couple other songs as well, including the ones that we sang together, including the ones on your channel. And also I'm going to be having a meeting with him later to work on Charles Pizer. We're going to be singing Little Junies today, which is going to kind of lead into the second half of the musical. So that's going to be something really, really fun. We're working on that. We're just working on the songs and things, that we can work on right now, okay? And I think that you all should know. He did provide an article on the 1800s and Charles Pizer. You're all going to be featured in the musical at some stages, maybe music videos, acting, because there's other people that play in this musical, in the soundtrack, Charles Pizer. And let me tell you, I do not want to be my high school choir teacher. Now, I hope that you will not ever, if you're teaching any type of music, do not ever think to be either my high school choir teacher that I had back in the day and my 8th grade English teacher. And I'll tell you why. I want to make the analogy, I want to use the word underwhelmed and disappointed. I also want to use the words forget, and also I want to use the analogy of drawing a smiley face on a stone to give somebody as a birthday present. Now, there's 3 stories that I want to tell you about. And I just want to say that one of the customs for Zach is the Bailey custom. And remember, the Bailey custom is a male custom. Okay? And I have a couple other individuals for that. And I was thinking that sometime you would probably be interested. I don't know if you will be, but I just want to ask you, right in front of the image, would you be interested in working at the child care back in town? Oh, okay. That's what I wouldn't want to either. I was just asking because you're that type of person that would make a really really fun kind of daycare type person or cousin. And I'm starting to wish that I had you as a cousin because you would make a very very good cousin. I can tell you, you definitely have that quality in you. Definitely something gravitating and loving and charming that really keeps me, keeps you here, keeps me interested. As I said before, opposite gender resemblances, Mel Vetter, Mel Julie Andrews, and Mary Poppins, and Danica Patrick. Now, I want to talk about the 3 stories. 1, I was in childcare when I was little. It was during the summertime. And there was this person who's about your age, one of the chaperone people. And one time he showed me a recipe. That was when I was in my Aquarian days, I want to say. A recipe of sesame chicken, Chinese chicken. And I wanted the recipe for that because I wanted to make it because it looked really, really good. And what I was awed by was just the colors of how it looked. It was beautiful. So, anyway, we all had little envelopes that we would go to every morning sitting on like a big table, rectangular table lining the wall. And they had, they had the names on them. I had one with my name. So day by day, I kept going in here, and I kept looking, and I didn't see any recipe. I didn't see the ingredients, I didn't see the directions, I didn't see the picture. Day by day, and I kept reminding him, please remember the recipe, don't forget. And I remember one time he said, I'll remember recipe. I was thinking, write it down. And lo and behold, did not remember. I was slightly losing my patience. I gave up on it. Disappointment. The next story I want to talk to you about is when I was in 8th grade. We were reading To Kill a Mockingbird. I was thinking that we would take it seriously and really delve into I'm sure that you read it. Definitely. Yeah. It really is. It really is. If you've seen the movie, the music is beautiful. So anyway, I have a lot of books that I need to finish reading, so I don't need any more recommendations. Let me see. Just when I hear about it just makes me feel guilty. Yeah. So anyway, I was thinking that we would take it seriously and really, delve into like the significance and the themes and do like this big, like discussional, project. And we just read it, getting through the chapters and everything. And you know what I said about that, especially to F.L.S. Clubus, about, wanting to read at, my own pace. I'm sure everybody's like that, most people, and wanting to read it independently. I went ahead because I used to go ahead of the class reading books because I didn't want to fall behind, and then I would have to work, and it wouldn't be fun. I would have to really rush myself and read and treat it like not something that I would enjoy. So that's what happened one time. But the point of it is, she didn't take it really seriously. It was just a reading and then a couple quizzes, things like that. And then, so it wasn't much. I could talk and complain all day about that, but the next story is, I said, high school choir teacher, way back in the day. We were singing a musical. We were singing a musical, which is ever so popular to this day, which is, was an older, well, it was actually was popular today, but it was an older musical. It wasn't Hamilton. But I can recall that we were doing choreography. We were doing movements. And we were singing the lyrics. We were memorizing. The song was like a medley. And first of all, a lot was cut from it. And it was just kind of, empty. It needed more. A lot was cut from it. And we were just doing the hand motions and singing it. But I didn't know what it was about. I didn't know what the themes of it were. I didn't know what the message was. I didn't know what the story and, what the lines mean. And, the resonations of those things. Or, at least the history into, the musical and the song. Because it was a historical musical. I really can't remember what it was called. But so I kept reminding, because I wanted to, be assertive. I always encourage everybody to be assertive, not passive, doormatting people. As I stated, I'm not a fan of. I've said that a dozen times. But you also don't want to be aggressive. Happy medium. So, anyway, and that's really, the way to, if you want something, then you need to, get in there and be assertive. So, So anyway, I kept reminding him over and over again, can you tell the class the story of the musical, the theme of the musical? As I said, what it's about. And, after all that time wasted, didn't take the opportunity. And I was singing it, doing this, doing the motions. I didn't know what I was singing. And you know what he did? One day, I think that he promised me that he would do it. And on one day, finally did it. When I had to remind him, I had to keep reminding him over and over again. And so one day he did it. One day. So I was sitting down expecting him to go through the music. Well, go through the, the lyrics and break them down and explain them, or talk about the story or, the history into it. It's like really get serious. Cause, if you're teaching, then you need to know what you're singing about and why you're singing it. As a choir teacher, that's the other 5, or 90 percentile. And he didn't think to do that. And I was a little offended. I was offended when he called my name. He phrased it like I was some queen or someone royal, like I was not. I was not, and I was underwhelmed, and I did not need. I found it kind of insulting and a little bit offensive. So he phrased my name. I was asked by. He said my name with very crisp T's and refined T's. I was asked by a Mr. Everett Curty, said my name, just like that. And that's the real name, opposite from what I tell you. But so anyway, said my name like that. I didn't need it. I found it really disrespectful. For some reason. Because it wasn't honest. It wasn't me. I didn't want to be noticed. So anyway, drew a rock with 2 eyes, dotted the nose, smiley face on a stone. Got out his computer with the lazy, easy, inexperienced, dumb way out. Lazy way out. Got his computer. Oh, let's type in the synopsis of Hamilton. So, pulled up a website, and he got everyone around. Everyone was sitting around. And you know what? He said, I'm going to tell you a story. Story time, story time. I was not hooked. I was not hooked. I was disappointed. I'm going to read this in my best acting, refined voice as I can. Something like that. So it was reading. And that's all it was. It wasn't explaining anything. There was nothing concrete about it. There was nothing, emotionally or, resonatingly tied towards the music, what it's about, the themes and the message and, why we were singing it. Didn't answer those questions. All it was doing, reading through it. Reading incredibly fast. I couldn't keep up with them. And also, I felt like I had to because I suggested it. And you know what? Fell right back into the little comfort zone of what was used to. Right after we said, okay, let's get back and let's just keep doing what we've been doing. Let's keep doing this and let's keep singing. What information, I want to use the term, meet any, what did that achieve? Nothing. It was all for naught. I felt that I was wasting his time. That it was a waste of time. And he could be doing better things. So what did that answer? Did I know what it was about? As I said, was there any, did I know what we were singing about, why we were singing it? Oh, what I said before, what the story, what the poem is about? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Just information that I heard that I forgot about. It was all for naught. He could have saved himself breath, and that could have never happened. So if you decide to, because I know that you're all going into different careers, if you decide to go into different careers, then please remember to not be like him. Please don't give someone a present, giving me and all of them a present, literally, well, figuratively, having a stone, dotting the eyes, dotting the nose, dotting the smiley face, and hey, here's a stone. Expecting as as doing something nice for somebody as a gift, and it'll make them feel happy. It's kind of the equivalent of getting out your computer lazily, going on Wikipedia or going on the synopsis and reading it. Nothing concrete. Nothing concrete. So, if you decide to go into musical careers, you need to understand the story, what it's about, why you're singing it, and explain that. I go through the lyrics, I go through the whole story and messages, and, the real emotion behind it, behind the scenes. I may not film that all the time, I may get to the music, before anything, but sometime in there, I really cover it, because apparently, I know right. So, if you're going into any musical career, then you have to, you choose songs for a reason, not to just be sung and not to be choreographed, forgetting the real purpose and reason why you're doing it. So, that's what you all really need to remember. You need to, have the, unlaziness and the integrity to, responsibility, really, and care and putting the seriousness into the song and talking about it, going through it. I mean, with something like that, but that will not check out. That will not be acceptable enough. I was very, very underwhelmed and disappointed. And I don't want to dwell on the past, but that's how I was feeling, about your songs. Oh, and here was another thing, since I'm anecdoting. Here's something else along those lines that I want to talk about, is that I remember when I was in 10th grade, way back in the day, I could not understand, because I was in 7th grade, and I was in middle high, and it was a sink or swim year. It was really, really tough and rough and demanding, and you really had to work to achieve, and so I had to put in the work and the effort, and I remember receiving a pride award for that. But so anyway, I want to talk to you about something that was also along the same lines, which was 2 subjects, one of which is biology. I don't think that you've heard me talking to you about this, but so we were getting into really, really complex, very, very big, very, just a lot of material, and we were moving by so quickly through this really big and slightly dated and really old textbook when I was going through in class, and I could not understand a lot of it, and we weren't supposed to get into those big things yet. Kind of the basics and the general areas of biology would have been at the level of 7th grade. It was high school level,